Hi guys, I just figured I'd jump on, and I was up in my room crafting, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and just do it live while I'm doing the craft. I'm getting some stuff ready for to add to my table for the market. I plan on setting up this Wednesday, so I thought I'm gonna add some bathtub gnomes, and why not do it live? So I don't know who all's gonna hop on and be able to watch, but I figured I'm just gonna give it a shot and see who all comes on. So as you all know, I went on vacation for a little bit with my husband and my daughter, and I was able to find 2 more of these bathtubs. In my area, they are very hard to find. I was able to find these here that has like a little sprayer. But these ones here are the big seller. Everybody's wanting those. I haven't sold any of the other ones. And then when I was having a hard time finding these, I did find these little tubs. Now I've sold one of these, so it does work. But this one is a really hot commodity, and I had to go out of state in order to find 2 more. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and do those up tonight and have those ready for Wednesday. So what I did was I also got some of these blocks of styrofoam. It's 2.9 inches by 3.9 inches by 3.9. I got them at the Dollar Tree. And all I didn't have any rhyme or reason when I cut them. I just cut them however I wanted. And as you can see, I just kind of pieced little bits. I don't have to fill it 100% because it's also going to have cotton balls in there. And these are going to be very lightweight, so it's not going to be very heavy. Now, while I was on vacation, I also got this little itty bitty, I think it was for like holding coal. You know, the bigger ones are for holding coal. This one was just like a little trinket. But I got it thinking, you know, that could be turned into a little bathtub as well. Lucy, I found these at the Dollar Tree in Wisconsin, in La Crosse. I also went to Viroqua in Wisconsin, and they didn't have any. So it just I think everybody's buying them up because they work so good for these crafts. Just like those little dollies. They're going to be selling out like crazy. I have some, and I do plan on making other dolls, but I don't really want to do any more of the scary ones. I want to see where my mind will go and make them into fun dolls. I do want to make like the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. They were in the toy section by like the Barbies. And then they also had a couch, a chair, a toilet. They had several different things, but the tubs are what I like because I plan on putting a gnome inside there. And I also had several different pieces, just like random pieces of styrofoam. So I'm just going to use what I got. But I do have more of these, but I'm going to use some of my scraps before I cut any of the other ones up. Now, with these ones, when you get it, it's kind of in like a little mesh bag. And it comes with a little duck and a soap. So this is what comes in this one. And this is at the Dollar Tree as well. These I found in my town of Mount Pleasant, Iowa. but these ones here I found in Wisconsin. I did find a few in our surrounding areas, and I made those, and I ended up selling those already. They're a big seller, just because they look like the clawfoot bathtubs, and those are really in right now. But this one here, it works. It's a bathtub, and it has like the little sprayer and all that. I have some of these made up, but I figure with this, I'm going to piece it out, because I'm not going to put both the duck and the soap in there. I'm only going to do one. So I end up having extras for other crafts. Now, if you're having a hard time finding these tubs, at Walmart they have these little books for infants, and it comes with 3 little duckies. I have used those. Let me see. Those ducks look like this. And these actually are squirters. But there's like 3 little ducks and a little book for an infant. I have used those. Or if you can't find that, at the Dollar Tree they also have the little sea creatures in a mesh bag. I think like a crab, a dolphin, a fish, whatever. I have used these in the little bathtubs as well. I think one I did a turtle. There was a turtle, an octopus. There's no wrong way of doing it. So whatever you're wanting to put in the tub, I always like putting some kind of something in the tub. Now for the craft tonight, I'm just going to do these 2 white ones, just to show you guys. And then I'll probably do a duck in one and a thing of soap in the other. That way if the person buys both of these, they have a little variety. And I'm also going to do a red towel and a black towel on this, because red and black and white are really good colors to combine. It also kind of makes me think of my grandma, because that's her colors. So I figured I'm going to go ahead and do those colors tonight. So like I said, I just cut this up into pieces, and that's how I ended up with all this. None of this is glued down yet. And where this raised part of the tub is, I want to put that one piece up this way, because I'm going to attach the beard up here and the towel up on this one here. Down here it doesn't have to be as tall, because you're just going to cover that with cotton balls. And then I'm running a little low on these, but they're just like little pearl sticker things. I don't know what to call them. But I've had them. They were in the scrapbook section. I think I got these, though, at Walmart. I can't remember what store I got them at. And then at Dollar Tree, I ended up getting several different sizes of bags of pearls. But if you don't have any of this, you can always use an old necklace that you no longer wear, because I started using these, too. And they don't have to be white. I also have, like, it's almost a light gray. And then I have some that are even darker. So there's no wrong way of doing it. Just however you want to do it, and whatever you have on hand, it'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start gluing. I cut these down and then fit them in there a little bit. And I'm not even going to take the tag off, because that's going to be hidden. But you can sure take that off of there if you want. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. So I'm just going to put some glue in the bottom of this tub. around a little bit up the side. Just to kind of hold stuff in place. You can put it on the styrofoam, but it'll melt that. That's why I'm putting it on the tub itself. Hi, Danielle. And there's really no rhyme or reason. I'm just filling it here and there. But you don't have to fill it completely because the cotton balls will take up space. I have a lot of people ask me how to do these. I'm like, they're really, really simple. I feel like it uses tons and tons of glue though. Okay, so I have those glued down. Then I'm just going to take a good handful of cotton balls. You could also use batting or the polyfill or whatever, just whatever you're wanting. I just got a big, big bag of cotton balls and figured I would use those. And I kind of play around with it because the longer and fluffier they are, the less you need to use. So it'll go a little bit further for you. And I don't need tons and tons up by the head because that beard and the towel are going to cover the opening up here. But I'm just kind of fluffing these up a little bit so they go a little bit further. And for the cotton balls, you really don't need a whole lot of glue. I kind of like that, and they stay in place. It's not like it's going to get played with a lot. It's just decorative. And when I was talking to my daughter with some of the other tubs, she said, "Mom, you should get a tongue depressor and put it along this, like on the tub, cut it down, make it look like it's one of those things that you can like put a book or something on there for the gnomes." Eventually I will do that with a couple of them, but I'm just kind of in a pinch right now, so I'm not gonna go that creative with it. But eventually I will do one of those. And not all of your cotton balls have to go the same direction. Like I did two going this way, then I have one going this way. You just want it to look a little bit fluffy, like bubbles. And then when you put those pearls in there, that'll make it look even extra bubbly. Hi, Bailey. And when I put a cotton ball next to another one, I try to make sure to have a little bit of glue on the cotton balls that it's going to be touching, just so it stays a little bit next to that one as well. And I'll give you a little tip. When I put the cotton balls in there, like I'll probably do 3 more, like one here and one here, and then one on the end here. And then I'm gonna leave a little spot down here, and that's gonna be where the duck can sit in there, so it looks like the bubbles are up and around that duck. But I'll end up gluing him in there too. I like that this craft goes together so fast. And if you get a little bit of cotton ball where you don't want it, it's pretty simple. You just peel it off. So then, and if one's not sticking very much, you just add a little bit more glue where you want it, and it'll stick a little bit better for you. So then on the bottom of the duck, I'm going to add glue, and just a little bit on the upper edge of the base of that duck. Then you're just going to place him in there. Then he looks like he's floating around in that tub. And see how this doesn't look like there's a whole lot there? There's a way of hiding that as well. Any of the little gaps that you don't like, just put a pearl there to hide it. They turn out so cute. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and put the beard on. And I've just been using the same beard template that I have, but I have used like just scrap strips that I've got, and you just leave it in a strip, cut what you need. I try to use all of my scraps. It works out so well that way. So here, and I don't know about you, but I play around with the beard just to make sure that it's sitting where I want it. So then there's that beard, and then there's room on the top here for that towel. But before I do the towel, I put the noses on. And there's really no rhyme or reason. You can use whatever size you want. Now, when I was in Wisconsin, I went, well, on the way to Wisconsin. It's still in Iowa. If you stop at Spook Cave and take one of the tours, in their gift shop, they have slingshot ammo. They make amazing gnome noses, so I just picked some up. This one was $2.99, and the bigger one, I don't remember how much it is, but it wasn't more than $4. But I want to say all of them were the $2.99. But you get quite a bit of them in there, and that's not a bad price. And I figured now I will have a variety of sizes because I just bought this one on Amazon. That's the huge one, but oh, I'm sorry, Danielle. Maybe you can watch the replay if maybe it'll get better. I know it's storming here, so it could be on my end as well. But I do keep them on my page. I will not take the lives off, so people can look back at them. Hi, Barbara. So it will be on there whenever, and I do plan on watching it back. I know at the very beginning it was messing up for me just a little bit. Now when I do the nose, I do part the beard just slightly. I create like a little pocket for the nose to fit in there. So see, he's already starting to look pretty cute. Now I'll put those just in there. Hi, Pamela. Okay, so now for his towel, this is a washcloth, and I cut a corner off of it. I didn't measure, I just snipped a corner. This was part of a hand towel, and I just cut a corner of it. I have fur everywhere. I think I'm like eating fuzz the entire time I'm doing my craft. Earlier I was cutting beards because I had also done this one here. This is one of the new little mushrooms that I got on our trip, and so I stuck a beard and a nose on it. But every time I cut that fur, a little bit of the fur just goes everywhere. And then of course I have the strings from the glue. So I think first I'm going to go ahead and do this black one. So all I did was cut that little corner. And I'm going to roll up this edge so it's kind of like a finished edge. Oopsie. The hardest part is waiting for that to sit just a little bit so it'll set. Okay, so now that I have that edge folded up just slightly, that's just so I have a nice even edge there. I have fuzzies everywhere. So then what I'm gonna do is with the point up, I'm gonna find the center of this, and I'm gonna glue that along this edge here. And I mean, if you want, you can stuff a couple cotton balls in there just to create where his head's gonna be. So if you wanted, after you glue this in place, you can put those cotton balls in there so it'll puff it up a little bit. Hi, Dawn. So I'm going to put that bead of glue here. And then the center of this is going to be right there. Because I want it to look like his head is leaning up against that tub right there. Then I'm going to put some glue down. I'm going to put a couple cotton balls on there. You can use styrofoam if you want. Cotton balls are pretty cheap, so it works out pretty well that way. You get quite a bit of those. Styrofoam's a little bit more expensive. I just use what I have on hand. So then you decide which corner you want to come up first. And you're going to want to, I don't know if I can, I'm going to try it this way. So when you fold this one up, I'm going to bring this part down just a little bit, like down by his beard, and kind of create how it kind of goes up, like he's wrapped that up. And I'm going to glue it down, and when I do this side, I'm going to do the same thing, down a little bit and then up, so it looks like he has wrapped it on there. Hi, Cindy. It's just a regular, let me see if I can find one, just a regular washcloth. These are ones I got at Walmart. There was tons of them in a package. I ended up making little teddy bears, and what was the other things I made? Teddy bears and, is it duckies? I don't remember. I made little animals out of these, or bunnies. It was bunnies and teddy bears out of these in one of my lives. And so I have tons of them left over, all different colors. And so I just cut the corner. I didn't measure, I just snipped it. I tend to do my best work when I don't measure. I mean, some things I do, and that saves me a lot of time. But a lot of things I like to just do it how it goes. And then I'm going to put some glue on the edge of this. I want to say I did those, it was around Christmas time if I remember right. And one of the ladies, well, a lady that works at the tattoo shop in town, she does piercings, and she ended up buying all of the teddy bears and stuff that I had made. And whenever she would have a kid that would come in to get their ears pierced or whatever, she would give them a little teddy bear. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down just slightly. There we go. And I'm also going to put just a dab of glue on his nose where those meet, so they will hide the cotton balls that I have inside there. So there's how that looks, a little folded there. And then this is kind of like a little cone. And what I'm going to do, this is the fun part. I'm just going to kind of gather it and find out how I want to wrap it. So you're just gonna twist it and twist it. And then it will get glued down. There we go. And sometimes you just have to play with it enough to where you like your folds and your creases. And if you got it how you like, sometimes I unwind it a little bit, add a dab of glue, and that will hold those folds in place for you. So in between this crease, and this crease, I just added a little bit of glue just to hold those creases in place. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue up here to hold that how I want it. And then I'm going to put some glue where I want it to lay. And these have been selling like hotcakes. Everybody loves them. They're just a cute little decoration that would be good in the bathroom. Next to the sink or on the back of the stool. There's one lady, I sold a set of these with a blue towel. And she sells soaps. And so she has them on her table. And my goodness, everybody, a lot of people have been asking for those tubs that I made for her. She always sends them down to me. She says, oh, well, she's just down that way if you want to check it out. And they're like, you won't sell us yours? She's like, nope, they're display only. So then I just take some of those little baubles. And if I run out of these, I'll just use the pearls. Just put a dab of glue. And then put them wherever you want. I have little wispies. And I don't worry about the holes of the pearls. They just go where they go. If you see the hole, it's okay. It just adds to the character for the bubbles. Throw those into my And I have found sometimes they will get away from you, but it's such a fun craft to do. And I find I've been sticking to about 3 clumps of bubbles. And so I've been trying to not be so predictable when it comes to the bubbles and just go with whatever I feel at the time. Because there is no wrong way of doing it. Just however you want. The hardest part for me on these is not adding too many bubbles. I keep going, oh, I can put one here, and I can put one here, and I can put one here. Well, then before you know it, it's just going to be full of these. And I mean, you could do that. I mean, it would look really cute with just all pearls. But it just adds that little... The pearls, the big ones here, and the smaller ones that I'm using, I did get those at the Dollar Tree. So there's that. And I think that's plenty of bubbles. I always say it's plenty, but then I think, oh, one more bubble. Do you guys do that with your crafts? Think, oh, I'm going to be done. And then you're like, oh, but I could add one here. I can add one there. These tubs I got at Dollar Tree. They're very hard to find. I live in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, and all the Dollar Trees around me that are really close, I have a hard time finding them. But I went to La Crosse, Wisconsin, for our family little vacation to see friends, and they had 2 tubs, so I bought them. The only ones I'm able to find right now around here are these tubs here, which they're really cute, but I like the ones that look like the clawfoot. And these tubs don't come with anything else. But this plastic one, they also have it in teal. It comes with a little bar of soap and a ducky. So you get both. You get all of that for $1. So I grabbed like 10 of these. And so I have accessories, and I can piece them out. Let me show you. This is the teal one. So these are the colors that they have. And each of them come with a duck and a bar of soap. Some of the soaps are purple. Some of them are pink. But all the little ducks look the same. And they don't have any eyes. I have debated on drawing eyes on there. But lately I've just been leaving them. Yeah, with these, they come in like a set. There's like a toilet and a couch, a chair. But all that I want is the tubs. So I do have a couple of the toilets, and I do have a chair. I think it's 2 chairs that are connected, like a outside chair. But all I want in that grouping is the tub. And so if I go to the store, I can just grab the tubs, grab what I want, but they're very hard to come by if that's all you're wanting. And these ones don't come with anything. Alright, so now I'm going to work on the red one, because he's done. Very quick, very simple. So all that I did was take the tub, and then I have that styrofoam that I had leftover pieces that I had cut, and I'm just going to use what I've got. This was from a round floral piece, or it might have even been on the bottom of a cone that I had to cut off, but either way, you just use what you got. But I always do like just a little chunk up in this corner. That way I have something to glue the beard and the towel to. And then I just put some in the bottom, and that's just to raise up the cotton balls because I don't want to have to like fill it. This one I ended up putting another piece of styrofoam on the top here, and that's just to build it up just slightly. So I have all that glued down. There's not a whole lot in there because the top will just have the cotton balls. And then once again, I just fluff out my cotton. And you could use polyfill. I went to a little shop while we were visiting in Wisconsin, and they had some, and they had like the metal, like a metal bucket that they used for a tub, and instead of cotton balls they used polyfill, and that works too. It's just whatever you have on hand, whatever you want to use, it works. And I noticed up north, they are able to price their stuff just a little bit more than what I price my stuff. But down here, I think it kind of depends on where you live as to what people will pay. So I normally do supplies ×2, and then I just add a little something for my time, but I don't normally add a whole lot for my time because I enjoy doing all this, and I'd be doing it no matter what anyway. But it kind of also depends on what I'm making. If it takes a long time and I'm not going to do very much, then I'll put a little bit more for my time on there if it takes quite a while. I try to do crafts that don't take very long because I like to see the end result right away. you're fluffing your cotton, try not to pull too hard, because when I was first doing these and I was trying to fluff the cotton, I did pull them apart quite a bit. I kept thinking, what in the world was I thinking? I was getting too into pulling them apart. Just about done with this one too. So all that I'm doing is adding the glue so I can put my cotton balls. Now I'm going to leave an opening so I can put my soap on this one. I did the duck on the other one, but this one I'm going to do soap. So I'm just going to do one more cotton ball. Place that in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and put his beard on. There's that soap. And there's no right or wrong way of doing it, unless you want it to be facing a specific way. Otherwise, I don't even really pay attention anymore. I just put it on there and it turns out great. Then I just kind of play around with the fur. And of course I part it for his nose. I just love how these turn out. People are going to be excited for the farmer's market, because they've been looking for these. Turned out so cute. Okay. So there's that so far. Then, this is part of a hand towel that I cut up. So I didn't measure. I just snipped a corner off. They work out better that way for me if I don't measure. Eventually, maybe I'll make a template. But I always fold up this bottom edge where I cut. Just because when I wrap it around for his nose, you're going to see that edge, and I don't want it to be one that sheds after cutting it. Okay. So then from where that corner is, I'm going to find that center, and I'm going to glue that along this edge. More glue in there. This way it'll look like his head's resting. And then I'm going to put in a couple cotton balls. This is just an illusion. It's just going to make it look like he's got a head. It'll give the washcloth a little bit of filler. Okay, then I'm going to bring up one side. Tucking this down just slightly so it goes down onto the beard. Just so it makes it look like it's wrapped around his head. And with this extra piece, you could snip that off if you want, because that's just going to be on the inside. Around, I bring that down just slightly, and I go up so it looks twisted there. And then I'm going to add a bead of glue right on the top of his nose. Just to hold this in place. And then I'm going to create some little pleats like I have twisted it on the top of his head. And then with those pleats, you can glue those down however you're liking them to sit. You're just creating that little illusion. And you just play around with it until you get the look that you're wanting. start gluing down some of my pleats here. They turn out so cute. So I'm just holding this down until my glue sets. And I have little wispies like no other. Alright, so his hat is pretty much done, and then all I gotta do is add the bubbles. I love that this is very forgiving. And if you wanted to do the hat or the wrap a little bit different, there's no wrong way of doing it. It's however you want to do it. Just add however many pearls you want. I have to remember to place my heat gun back down on the charger every so often. There has been times where it's gotten too cool because I had it in my hand too long. I have to remember just to kind of step back and take a look at this because I tend to add way too many bubbles. It's almost like they dumped the entire bottle of bubble bath in his tub. But really, can you have too many bubbles? So with him, I think he's just about done. Yeah, some people would probably say I have way too many bubbles, but okay, so there's that one. They are so simple and so quick to do. I'm glad I decided to do the live because I have so many people that ask me how to do these. I mean, you could put, if you didn't want the soap, you could put like a little fish in there, whatever you want. They also have, where did I see those at? I had seen little itty bitty fishing poles. Or if you can't find an itty bitty fishing pole, you can always use like a toothpick and a string to make it look like he's fishing in his bathtub. I mean, that would be really super cute. What do you guys think? Can you see the bubbles good enough? They turned out so cute. These will 9 chances out of 10 sell this Wednesday at the market because these are a big seller. I have a couple, I think I have 2 left like this. And I also have a couple big ones that I need to do up. Like I have some really big ones. But then I also got this at Old Threshers. And I'm going to do a bigger one as well. I just found out they're going to be doing a fall market. So I'm going to have to sign up for that and a winter market. So I'll see how I do with those. But I'm not going to stay on too much longer since I got to work in the morning. But I did want to just hop on since I was going to be doing these anyway and show you guys how to make them. I hope you enjoyed and liked some of the little tips that I gave. Go ahead and do that there. I do appreciate you guys interacting with me. I wasn't sure how many people I was going to get since I didn't tell anybody that I was coming on. So really cute. And I only charge $5 for these at the market because really there's not a whole lot of supplies that go in them. It'll be on this page, my craft, Steph's Craft. When this is done, I'll just keep it on my page. I have all of my videos on there, so if you just go over to videos, it'll be the latest one. And then I also have a YouTube page or channel, and it's Steph's Crafts as well. It has the same picture of that wreath on there. As soon as I have time, I will move this video over to that. There's still a couple other videos that I need to move yet over to that page as well. But yeah, YouTube and Facebook, Steph's Crafts. And I cannot believe I am over 900 followers. That just blows my mind. I love all of my followers. You guys are amazing. I like that you guys interact with me and help me do my crafting and help the craft grow and change it up a little bit. I think the more minds, the better. So, alright, well, I'm going to let you guys go, and then I will see you next time. I don't know when I'll be doing a live again. I know I have Wednesday off, but that's market day, so I probably will not do one then. but I will post pictures of my table. And then, I don't know, I'll post when my next one will be. But just keep checking back on my page. You never know what all I'll do. I've got so much stuff. I know I want to do some of those dolls, so maybe I'll do a live on those as well. So I'm gonna get off here, let you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I'm gonna get ready for bed, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.